And there's something about, you know, these places, Suffolk and Essex, and Norfolk, I suppose, where the water meets the land. It's a very kind of unsure place, you know, the marshes and all that kind of thing.
No one knows where it comes from, no one knows why it turns up. Was it a punishment? Was it a curse? Was it the devil? Was it this? Was it that? Was it the next thing?
I remember I think we studied it a little bit in history when we were younger. And I remember my dad telling the story when we went to Warford, but that's about it.
It was one of the very first stories I came across looking in local Suffolk folklore. The Black Shuck is one of the big central stories of Suffolk.
We used to do geography classes with this very eccentric teacher. The tutor ended up telling us ghost stories instead.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I mean, most of the time you didn't even pay attention to him, but I do remember this one about Black Shuck, and he told the story of somebody walking along the beach and coming face to face with a black dog, you know, with burning coal eyes and all this kind of thing.
I know that it's a Suffolk folk tale, I think set in Orford, about this like giant black dog that used to, was it like, I think it used to go to the church or something, and it used to like scratch or pound on the church door or something.
It's like a mythical dog, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it ran in and
from a folk tale.
attacked all the people in the church.
The story says that in the church at Blythburgh, there was a hot summer's day, middle of August. Everyone was going about their normal daily life, and suddenly this summer storm whipped up out of nowhere, and into the church exploded this huge great dog. Runs up the aisle, causes the church steeple to collapse down into the church. A child and a man die, and then bursts back out the church, leaving huge great gout marks from its claws in the door.
Are these the scratch marks on these ones, or?
Yeah, but also it could be from lightning that killed a boy.
The lightning killed the boy then, not the dog. Well, the dog probably didn't, did he? It's not real. But...
No.
It changes though, doesn't it, depending on where you are. And apparently, when I did a bit of research, they said that in Norfolk it's more sinister. Further south you go, it's kind of friendly.
I think one of the reasons why the story survived so long in the community is because you can see the links with the landscape. The story exists kind of along the Norfolk and Suffolk coastline, coming down from Blythburgh to Dunwich to Felixstowe.
Because it seems so much part of the environment here, you could immediately imagine it. I think that was a big part of why it's stuck in my mind. You can't help be influenced by your environment and nature, and especially living on the coast. You're very aware of it all the time, and the fragility of it.
You can see this sort of fragile landscape that's being eaten away.